My name is Lynn, and I have a confession. I used to be a lousy listener. When someone talked, I'd be thinking about what I was going to say, or I'd get ahead of them and I'd interrupt them. And I was lonely. Really lonely. But I remembered these moments of profound connectedness I'd had with people, sometimes strangers. I called those personal resonances. Why so technical? Because my first career was in engineering on resonances. I predicted a pilot-induced resonance that could cause the space shuttle to crash. I designed ways to damp out resonances on large space structures. And I predicted and designed a solution to a structural resonance on a $2 billion spacecraft. I applied 135 years of physical resonance science to personal resonance. What is that? Well, it's an experience where a person's response to a sensed stimulus is much stronger than it would have been for a similar stimulus. My goal is to help people connect deeper by helping them create personal resonances with each other. The easiest way is resonant listening, and it's really powerful. It can help you build a profound connection with somebody. It can actually make our brain waves sync up with each other. And one of my team members has used personal resonance listening techniques to people in crisis. She's had 30 people tell her, "I was going to end it all, and you saved my life." Now, I'm not saying you can save lives right away, but with a few simple tips, you can become a much better listener. I'm going to nerd out for about 20 seconds here to tell you about resonances, and then we're going to get back to how do you do it? Let's start with one we all know, microphone feedback. A person speaks into the microphone. This generates an electrical signal to the speaker. The speaker makes a sound, which the microphone picks up, feeding the speaker a higher electrical signal. The speaker puts out even more sound, which the microphone picks up, and the loop grows and grows until you get that high-pitched squeal. If the microphone is moved a little ways away, the squeal and the resonance stops. So let's apply that model to resonant listening. The speaker speaks a message and the listener responds. If the speaker feels she is safe and that the listener is attuned with her, she speaks with authenticity and vulnerability. The listener naturally responds by being benevolent and attentive, which makes the speaker speak with even more authenticity and vulnerability, which makes the listener even more benevolent and attentive. And if they can keep this up, they can become profoundly connected. So how do we become benevolent and attentive when we listen? The thing is to be non-judgmental and curious. You don't have to agree with someone to listen. Have the goal of really understanding them. Be attentive. Listen without thinking of what you're going to say, and don't interrupt them. I found that this took some time to practice, and that sometimes I had to let the speaker know I was benevolent and attentive with verbal and nonverbal cues. This will be the subject of a future video, along with resonant speaking, picking up on those cues, and other techniques. So what do you think? Please leave a comment. Did this make sense? Did this sound useful? And I would love it if you'd try it and let me know how it works. If you made it to the end, I congratulate you. Don't you wish more people wanted to listen better? Thanks.